Next up at UFC Vegas 66, we have Saeed Nurmagomedov taking on Saidyokub Kakhramonov. And Saeed Nurmagomedov is 16-2 overall, 4-1 in his last 5. That lone loss was 3 years ago to Ronnie Lawrence. And then we got Cockramanov, 10-2 overall, 4-1 in his last 5, riding a 4-fight win streak. And the odds makers got this one right. This is a dead even fight. 50-50 fight for sure. We have Nurmagomedov, who, if you're lazy and don't do your research, he is not related and he doesn't fight like them. He does not grapple. He is a striker.
How is that? I mean,
it's got to be a common last name. It's got to be a common. I know,
but it's from Dagestan. It's like, just like, they're so small, same last name. It's like, no relation. It's like, well, there probably is, right? I mean, there probably is.
No, I agree, but it must be a common last name. But they don't fight anything alike. He's not a grappler. He's actually a flashy striker. He uses range really well, but he's both dangerous in the pocket and outside of the pocket. But this dude is absolutely a striker. He only has 2 takedowns in his entire UFC career so far. He's 5-1 in the UFC. He only has 2 takedowns. Cockramanov, on the other hand, is a grappler. We thought he was a striker, right? He's a very good striker. Quick jab, really solid low kicks. Then he came out there and just bodied Ronnie Lawrence, pushed him around, bullied him, did whatever the hell he wanted to do. 12 minutes of control time.
Who said that was going to happen? Somebody said that was like a lock or something. I can't. It's around the tip.
Was he lock of the week?
Yeah, he was my lock of the week. You were so high on Ronnie. Oh, the wrestling.
Well, Ronnie Lawrence beat Nurmagomedov. Well, anyway, I'm on the Cockramanov side, but he does have to come in here. He's not going to outstrike Nurmagomedov. Even though he's also a very good striker, he's not going to outstrike him. He's got to come in here with that same energy, that same game plan that he had against Ronnie, and body his way through that fight. So I'm on the Cockramanov side, but again, he should not be trading punches with Nurmagomedov. What do you think, Jakey boy?
Yeah, no, I agree. I think Saeed definitely has the advantage on the feet, but he's kind of one of those guys that, he likes it clean. He likes the distance. He likes to be able to throw the kicks. He likes to keep his range, his pace. And if you start getting inside of his bubble and you start pushing the pace, he really doesn't like that. And he kind of folds in those moments. He is one of those guys, to me, we talk about it a lot, that are hammers, but they can't be nails. And you saw that in the Andrade fight, his last fight. I know he ended up winning that decision because he did some good stuff early, but late in that fight, Andrade really knew he was down and started pushing the pressure, was getting takedowns, getting good control on the ground. It was a big moment for Saeed to kind of either put up or shut up and either finish this dude or kind of fold under the pressure. And it looked like he was kind of folding under the pressure. Even at the end, it was almost like the Patty, to where it's like, oh, I already know I'm winning, so I'm just going to coast type situation. I need a killer, man. Especially in a matchup like this, I need the killer. And I know Saidyokub is an absolute killer. He came to that matchup against Ronnie Lawrence, not the better grappler, because I agree, I think Ronnie was a better wrestler, and said, I am going to out-grapple this guy. I'm going to put it on myself to show the world I can out-grapple this guy. And he absolutely did. He put it to Ronnie Lawrence. If he brings that same tenacity, pressure, pace, and takedowns that he brought in his last fight, I think he's going to steamroll Saeed. The issue is Saeed is very, very dynamic on the feet and should understand the game plan from Saidyokub in this matchup. So I'm going Saidyokub, former lock of the week. I think he gets it done with the pace and the pressure, but this is a 50-50 fight for a reason.
No, 100%. It should be a really fun fight. Both these guys are talented, a couple different paths to victory. And Yokub can strike. He's a striker. At least he's primarily been a striker outside of his last fight, and now we've seen that added layer. So he's the pick for both of us. I think these odds are spot on. I don't think this is foolish, and I'm not betting money line on this because I do think this is a 50-50 fight, and that's not a wise way to spend your money. What I will be looking for, I'm going to hope that the people who set the takedown lines at Bet Online see the last name and don't know what the hell they're doing. And then I'm going to do the more takedown bet on Cockramanov, and that should drop Thursday, Friday, something like that. Again, that bet, I just crushed it with Jared Gordon. Plus 165. If you were a premium member, you saw me put that bet on the board. I think Friday, the minute it dropped, I put that on the board at plus 165. And all he needed to do was get more takedowns than Patty. If he got no takedowns or they got the same amount, you get a full refund. So the bet's canceled. All he needed to do was get more, and Patty wasn't going to get more. There's a 0% Saeed's going to get more takedowns in this fight than Kakhramonov. So I'm hoping we get a decent line and they mess it up. They messed up that Jared Gordon line. He's the wrestler. I don't know why they would have it like that. It made no sense. But anyway, I hope they mess this one up too. Make sure you're a premium member because when those prop bets drop, we hit them immediately. The prop bets for Bet Online are dropping now. Jacob already threw up like 6 or 7 units of prop bets. Literally, as him and I were waiting to go live, I was furiously typing and putting those up for premium members. So become a premium member now. WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member. The line movement alone, it's freaking $10, dude. The line movement alone covers the $10. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Kermit. $8,000 in DraftKings. This
you
is
sound like with that stupid mic.
Is it still bad?
Yeah, man.
All right, whatever. Is the gain? Did my daughters mess with it or something?
Oh, wait, that sounds a little bit better. Did you just move a knob or something?
No. Looks fine to me.
Oh, it actually sounds better. Did you plug it in more or something?
No, shut up.
Wait,
you're just gaslighting me again. Hey, how you doing? ABC. Oh, hey, oh, gabagoo.
That sounded better for a second. That might be better. I don't know.
How about
Sing
this?
something?
I will show you the world.
Hit a B minor for me. Hit a B minor. A sharp. A sharp.
No.
All right, and now suck my D.
Jesus, dude.
You walked into
This
that
is
one.
why. This is the flyers that I'm seeing.
I mean, you walk straight into that one.
Singing lessons on all the telephone poles around your house.
I mean,
this is where
you
it
walk
leads.
straight into that one.
B minor. Get it? You want me to be a minor, and the FBI is going to raid your apartment now. $8,000 in DraftKings. He might actually be worth it. I think we've heard this price point before, right? They say that this is the price point that ends up in optimal more than any other. Not every time, but more than any other. What do you think? You think he's worth the $8,000?
Oh, yeah. I think even if it goes to a decision he loses, I think he could score 70, 80 points and a loss.
If he's got that same game plan as last time, for sure.
Right.
The wrestling game plan. All right, Monkey Knife Eye strike line 63-41. Another one. I don't know what to do with it necessarily because they could both blow past that for sure if they're standing, if they're striking. But I'm going to go ahead and leave that alone because if Saeed's going to come in here and just grab, or Yokubab is just going to come in here, grapple, same thing as the Ronnie Lawrence fight, he'll get to the 41, no problem. But Nurmagomedov is not going to have that chance. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this alone. If you're confident, you guys can do it. But as much as I want you to sign up, I'm not going to go ahead and push you into that.